The best aspect for working for Mitsubishi Electric is how we work as a team, and also how the company likes to promote with their operators within. So instead of advertising jobs out with, we'll promote the staff that we've got to give them a chance to progress up the ladder. I'm most proud of the fact that I've got the training centre supervisor. I've worked very hard to get there, and the company's recognised that and gave me the promotion, so it makes me very proud.
Best aspect of working with the company, I think the company invests in you. You meet new people, you make new friends within the company. It's very stable here, and it's only 10 minutes from my door, so that helps as well.
I enjoy my job because of the variety that comes with it. So I have the opportunity to develop the product, develop the process, and more importantly, work with different people.
Mitsubishi Electric, in this company especially, has a fantastic opportunity because not only do we make a product that helps sustainability, we also have to create a working environment that's sustainable. So personally for me, the challenges of taking all of that complexity and turning it into some tangible thing that someone can change in the business to make tomorrow better than today is one of the world's greatest challenges just now.
I've seen the evolution of the eco-friendly products coming through, and they're evolving all the time, and you're proud to be part of these products that's gone into the market.
Sustainability is really important for me, regarding the environment especially, and the heat pumps we're producing just now. We're working towards net zero within the company also, so we're contributing heavily to society, which is fantastic.
I think one of the biggest things that I've recognised being part of Mitsubishi Electric, part of this company, part of the culture of this company, part of the way people are in this company is it's the biggest open change environment I've ever been in. I speak to a lot of companies who struggle with getting the workforce to change. We've never struggled. Everybody's been open. We have a culture of openness. We have a culture of change. So we've managed to get not just engineers to make changes, maintenance to make changes, thousands of hours and man-hours of work have been put in by the operators to make a change. That is quite a unique thing to happen in the UK business culture.
Quality is foremost one of the major things that we concentrate on the assembly line. Always everybody checks everybody's work, and we have got the quality department also that checks everybody's work so that when the unit comes off the end of the line, it's got zero defects.
Quality is everyone's job. Every department has to play their part in ensuring the quality coming into the business is to specification for our customers.
From a quality point of view, we really pride ourselves here in quality. One of our main processes in manufacturing the air conditioning unit is brazing. We've over 100 brazers here within the company, and we assess them annually. And our top 2 brazers, annually after we've done the assessment, we give them an opportunity to do additional training and then head out to Japan to complete in the global brazing competition.
Teamwork is very important. We've all come across issues, and not one person's got the answer, so we involve various teams within the business to come up with the correct answer.
Everything is a challenge. Always one of those elements of maintenance, machine breakdown, material failure, supplier failure always creeps in. And one thing that we are absolutely brilliant at is recovering from that. It's part of the company, but it's also part of the Scottish culture. We are absolutely brilliant when we're hanging off a cliff by one arm, because we really recover quickly. And everybody, the team building, the teamwork becomes enormous to achieve what a customer wants, get that product to them on time. We are superb at doing that.
Over COVID, the business was fantastic to its employees during COVID. The business really looked after all the employees, and that's one thing I'm proud of working here, is we were really looked after. During my career, we've been through a financial crisis, we've been through the global pandemic, and the company has supported the employees 100% through both of them.
Being a growing company for all the 25 years I've worked here, with the exception of the challenges in the financial market, we've grown every year on year for 25 years. That's a fantastic position to be in. That enables us to develop the workforce, enables us to expand the workforce across not just direct, indirect, accountants, financial, engineers, maintenance, they've all grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. It also has allowed us to integrate with all the schools locally and bring young people through the business to try and get them to recognise that Mitsubishi Electric's a brand that they would like to be part of. And in some cases we've had 3 generations, and we continue to have 3 generations here, you know. But it's nice to see that one generation is telling the other generation, come here, this is a good place to work.
It's very family oriented. We have got many families within the company, within each factory. You know, people have met their partners here, got married, had kids, and now some of the kids are actually employed here.
The team and the generations that work within Mitsubishi, I was here and I always said when my daughter was born, oh maybe you'll work in Mitsubishi Electric, and it just so happens my daughter does work here.
We are one of the largest employers locally, by far, and which means we have a degree of attraction, which is good, but we still need to tell people how good we are and tell people what we can offer them. You know, we are a massive internal promoter as well as external recruiter. Well, there's so many clever people out on that shop floor that we don't see every day until their head pops above the parapet and you go, wow, you can do more, come, let's help you.
In the time I've been here, there's been massive changes, from producing 50 units per day to over 1,500 units per day just now. Massive growth in product, massive growth in the labour. We're now over 1,850 employees within our 6 sites here at Livingston. We started with 1 factory, now we have 6.
The numbers we're producing now they're massive, absolutely massive. And it's good, it's really good, because it secures us for the future.
The company is now 30 years old. We started in 1993 as an air conditioning business. The world has changed. We now have to be a sustainability heading towards net zero, and that meant we've moved towards the air-to-water market for the demand for heating to create much more efficient products. We're supplying the UK market, but that's only 19%. We're supplying 81% of all our products into the European market. So with the demand now moving for 600,000 units a year into the UK heat pump market, there's a huge manufacturing site here, sitting here with capability and capacity to actually meet that demand as we move forward, not just in heat pumps but also other products that suit that heating market and the demand of that heating market. And we've put the investments in, you know, we've spent a lot of money putting much more advanced equipment in, much more capability in here. We've transferred a lot of manufacturing processes from Japan to become much more sustainable on our site to meet those demands.
I've been coming through the door for over 30 years here in Livingston, but I've still got a smile on my face every time I come through the door. The sense of achievement and be part of this big organisation and big team is fantastic.
When I first started in Mitsubishi, it was really like a stopgap for myself as well, but 36 years later I'm still here.
I left school in May 1990, and then I was actually looking to be an electrician. So Mitsubishi was just a stopgap until I managed to get an electrician's job, and 33 years down the line I'm still here.
When I first joined, I said in my recruitment that a maximum 3 years. It's 25 years later and I'm still here, so I must be enjoying something.
Friends will say to me, where are you working now? I would say I'm still in Mitsubishi Electric. They're like, wow, how long have you been there now? I was 38 and a half years. And when you speak to other people, some people can't believe that I've only been with one company my whole working life. Some of my friends have had 10 jobs, I've had 1 job, you know, so yep, they know I'm still here, still here.
My name's Rodney Eyre. I'm the Senior Department Manager for Production, and this is my 25th year with Mitsubishi Electric. I joined in 1998 in the 5th year of manufacture in Scotland.
My name's Morag Nielsen and I've worked for the company for 8 years and I'm the Training Centre Supervisor.
I am Femi Okibemiro and I work for Mitsubishi Electrics within the Manufacturing Engineering Department.
I'm Graham Angus, I'm the Production Department Manager and I've been here over 30 years.
My name's Diane Mackey. I'm a supervisor within the company and I've worked in Mitsubishi for 36 years.
My name's Gary Gibb and I am a Senior Material Controller within the Purchasing and Materials Department.
My name is Raymond Simpson. I've worked with the company for 38 and a half years. Loved every minute here.